just wanted to go through the beginning of SentriLock and why you should use it and what is the purpose of why we got them. So they're the most secure and easiest way to kind of keep your client's house safe and everything like that. You get a notification every time someone goes in your property and every time someone goes out, which is a really great feature, and it just makes the most sense. There's a reciprocal agreement between these boards. So that means that you don't need to do any other action when you're setting up a showing with the members from these following boards. As you can see, there's quite a few of them. So you don't need to do anything further when you're setting up a showing because they will have the Sentry Key app. Okay, great. So I'm just going to share with you my cell phone screen here. Give me a second. So this is what the app looks like. This is what your home screen looks like. Everyone can see that. So in the home screen, there's a few different functions and we'll go through all that. And then we're gonna get you started using the lock boxes. So the home screen, you have everything here. Little message center, your information. Then there's this hamburger menu here, which kind of has everything that you need in it. So if you go to my lock boxes, this is where you'll see everything like that. My schedule, which is if you use the internal scheduling system, which you don't have to use. Let's go back here. Access logs. So this is whoever's been in your lock boxes. You'll get a little notification here. In the settings, there is agent safety, which is basically if you're in a property, you can turn this on, and if you don't feel safe for whatever reason, a little prompt will come up every 5 minutes or so and ask you, are you feeling safe? And you hit yes or no. And it'll alert specific contacts that you have set up that will send them a text saying, Joe doesn't feel safe at 123 Main Street. And then the person will either call you or contact the police depending on the situation. So we're not going to set that up right now, but you can do that in your settings if you wanted to do that. That's about it for that. So we'll just dive right in here on the basics. We're going to start with opening a lockbox. So from your home screen, you hit the enter button here. My screen's a little tiny, but you're going to hit the enter button here. You're going to hear a beep, and that's going to trigger your phone with the Bluetooth. And then you put in your PIN, or if you set up a thumbprint or whatever else. So put in my PIN here, open lockbox. You're going to hear the motor go, and then you open it. Just like that. And then you're going to wait for the motor to reset. You'll hear it. And then that's when you can close it again. And then the little button will go blue for you. And you just hit continue. You never want to leave the lockbox open in between showings. So like if you open the lockbox, take the key out, you want to close it immediately back and then open it again when you leave to put it back, because a few reasons. It's not very good for the motor. Just leave it wide open like that. And in the harsher weather, like the winter and stuff like that, it could damage the motor. And as we know, these are a pretty expensive piece of equipment, so we want to treat them with care. Next thing I'll show you is to release the shackle. So the shackle is this top part here, which is what you put on the door. You're going to go My Lock Boxes and then release shackle. So you can only do this with lock boxes that are yours. And again, you're going to hit enter. Oh, mine's just being a little picky right now. Just give it a second here, just because we are already in it. Sometimes it just makes me go back in when I'm doing training. There we go. So put in your pin again, release shackle. You're gonna hold onto the bottom and open with the top. And again, you'll hear the motor going. You kind of wanna take it out. And then again, you wanna reset the motor. So there's gonna be a red light that'll pop up, and that means don't put it back in. So once all the lights go off, then you're free to put it on the doorknob or the gate, whatever it is, and put it back in. And then at this point, you have the option to either assign it to a property or not. So that's kind of a handy thing. So you can hit assign to property, and it'll pull all your listings here, and you can hit whatever one you want and assign it. For now, we'll leave it unassigned. So the next we're gonna do is assign to a property. So there's a few different ways you can do this. So again, to the hamburger menu, my lockboxes, and then assign/unassigned to property. So you're gonna click that, and you're gonna find the lockbox that you're using. So I'm using, ends in 351. You're gonna click that. Then again, it'll pull up my listings. I'm gonna assign it here, and done. Confirm. Select region, so that's here, and then it's gonna assign to the property. Easy. Any questions so far? Am I going too quick? You can pop in the chat or the Q&A, and I am happy to answer them. So next we're going to go through is granting SentriConnect access. So what you're going to do is my lockboxes, again, in the hamburger menu. Grant SentriConnect access. You're going to find the one that we just assigned. So click that. And then I want them to come in on tomorrow at 10, grant access. You're gonna put in your PIN, hit grant access again, and then okay. Oh, sorry. You have to put in the email here, so I'll send it to myself here and grant access. PIN, and you're done. So then I'm going to get an email, and the email will walk the person through the entire how to download the SentriConnect app. So there is a question. When I tried to release the shackle and hit enter, nothing happens. Does the lockbox need to be in the open position? No, it should be in the closed position. So maybe there's just an issue with the Bluetooth connecting or something like that if you were just opening it and closing it. But to open the shackle, it does need to be closed. And another question is, where do you get this PIN from? The PIN is when you originally set up and downloaded the app, you'd set up a password and a PIN. And you can either use your thumbprint or a PIN to do so. Okay. Just gonna here. Okay, awesome. Next we'll go through is the one-day codes. One-day codes aren't the best way to use for out-of-town agents to get them access to your lockboxes. The one-day codes, anyone could use them. So there's been instances of out-of-town agents giving the codes to their clients and their clients just coming up to the properties and doing themselves, which we don't want. There's no track of the one-day codes, where with SentriConnect, you know exactly when they went in the property and when they left. The one-day codes, they're just not a good. So we're trying to deter you from using the one-day code. So if your offices are apt to giving out one-day codes, maybe suggest that they switch to giving out SentriConnect. So to do the one-day codes, again, you're gonna go hamburger menu, my lockboxes, and get one-day code. Again, we're gonna click the lockbox that we want to get the one-day code for, get one-day code, put in your PIN, write in who it's for, get 1-day code, and your PIN, and OK. So here's the 1-day code. So you could hit this and you can either screenshot or whatever to send it to the person, or email them, text them, whatever you need to do. So just screenshot that would be the easiest way. So next we're going to remove the lockbox from the property. So again, my lockboxes, assign/unassign to the property. We're going to click the property here, unassign, and then you're free to use that lockbox on another listing. So that's a nice, easy, quick one. Showing notifications will pop up in your little menu here. So you can see right here, I have Sentry Connect access granted. So, and then at any point, if for whatever reason you want to revoke the access from the person, you can hit that and revoke the access. So that in this message center is where you'll get beginning of showings, end of showings, and all those types of notifications. Okay, next we're going to go on to the website here. And so you can learn how to use the website. Is there any questions about the app so far? We'll take a small couple minutes if there's any other questions regarding the app. If you haven't downloaded the SentriKey app yet, make sure you do so. And I'm happy to walk you through that if you need to. So I'm just going to go on to the browser. So this is kind of where everything you could do on your computer. So we're going to log in here, and I'm going to log in as an agent so that you can see how you would use it on your end. So this is your main home screen here, and you can do a few different things from here. You can add a listing. So this is a good tool if you have an exclusive or something like that. You just fill in all the information that's required and then just save changes. So if we wanted to do Testing Street in Barrie, select who the listing agent is, so myself, and save changes. And then it'll pop up under my listings. The next thing you can do from here is, again, the 1-day codes. So you can go add 1-day codes here. You're going to, again, select the lockbox that you would like. Now we're going to do this one, submit. And then, again, put in the date that required and all that jazz. Generate. Oh, and I forgot we unassigned it, so we can't send a 1-day code yet. So you would have to just be assigned to a listing to use it, to get the 1-day codes. Another thing I want to go over is the agent teams. Oh, one question. Mark. Just cycling all the lights in a rainbow pattern at the top. So that might be doing a little update for you, Mark. It might be just updating the firmware or something to that effect. It's not going to indicate a low battery. The low battery would come through your app and tell you that it is a low battery. So just give it a little bit, and it's probably just updating the firmware inside of it. Okay, agent team. So if you are on a team, you're going to go from your main menu to agent team, and you're going to add whoever you want on your team. So let's say work because I'm not actually a member. But this is where you would go to create your team. I'm going to select. So let's say I am going to go here. Add Laura on my team, submit changes, save changes. So now Laura on her end would also have to add me as her teammate. It has to be done on both ends for Laura's lockboxes to show up under my inventory and for my inventory to show up under Laura's. So it has to be done both ways. Other things you could do in the browser that you can also do in the app is assign a property. So you're going to go My Lockboxes again. Click on the one you want. And then in here, you're going to go select your listing that you want. So we're going to assign to here, submit changes. And done. So now it's assigned to the listing at 123 Test Street. Another way you can assign to a property is through Matrix. It's actually a cool tool I just learned. So if you go under Matrix and you go under My Matrix, My Listings, I'm in as one of our members. You're going to click this, go down to Edit, and then assign a lockbox. And then you're going to pick which serial number you want and hit Done. So that's a kind of neat tool. So you can kind of do everything in the Matrix system if you're more comfortable using Matrix. I believe that was everything I had. I wanted to make this nice, short, and sweet. Was there any questions or anything that we could go over that I'm missing? Any issues you've been having? Anything like that? Patrick just picked up my boxes from BDAR. I'm using now for your training. It says low battery. How long can you normally use it after the battery alert goes before it's dead? So I would bring it in and we can switch the batteries out for you because it should, like once it's really, really dead, then you won't be able to open it anymore. And then we'd have to use a little booster. So if you want to bring it in, we can just swap the batteries out for you or get you a new lockbox, whatever you need. So is there any questions, anything I'm missing, anything that you want me to go over? Tomorrow I'm doing one on the admin staff. So if you have any admin staff that are kind of stuck using lockboxes and everything like that, and knowing what to do on the back end of it, they can sign up for that. And just put up a slide here with my contact info. If anyone needs anything at all, please feel free to email me or call me, and I'm happy to help you if you need any more lockboxes or you need help or you want one-on-one training. I am happy to do so. Okay, well, everyone have a great day and we'll chat soon. Bye.